Okay, so Libra, this is your general reading for the month of February. Now, it's not going to include anything about love. I did a separate reading for February for love for all signs. This is your general read. Remember, it's not going to resonate with everyone, so take what does, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't, check with a different reader or come back next month. And if it does, make sure you like, subscribe, follow, share, comment. You can follow me at JaylinK79 on Instagram. And you could also, you can book a personal read at www.designhertouch.com. So, okay, so your first card, you have heartache and loss, and then your next card is hope. So, during the month of February, for my Libra people, heartache and loss, that talks about the ending of something. It could be like heartache and loss could be the end of a relationship, the end of a job, the end of a way of thinking. There's some type of like disappointment, sorrow, separation, or distress, but you can move past the pain and heal your heart. That what this card is talking about is the love that was given to another should be focused on you. Now, doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to lose a loved one or you're going to break up your relationship. It could be like maybe the job that you put a lot of effort into or a business that you put a lot of effort into, suddenly it fails, or you find yourself quitting or getting fired and now you're like upset. You're like, damn, I feel like I really put my effort into this and now it's closed. It doesn't work. Or I really spent a lot of time for this company and they just happened to let me go. So there is something where there's going to be some type of possibly loss or some type of separation. Maybe you decide like, I really love this house, but it's too small. It's time for me to move to a bigger house. And you feel sad about it. You're like, I never thought I'd leave this neighborhood or this house, but I have more kids now and I want to move. I need a bigger space. So whatever it is, even if it seems negative at first, Spirit is telling you maybe this happens for a reason because something better comes from it. Or maybe it happens for a reason because Spirit's trying to move you in a different direction. It says maybe you won't appreciate it. You don't like challenging times, but challenging times have a way of like kind of pushing us forward and showing us where we need to go. Maybe you have a friendship breakdown where it's like, oh, this is the person I hang out with all the time, but all of a sudden now we have a fight and we don't want to be friends anymore. But I realized they were only my friend when I needed to go out. They weren't supportive in my life or in my most best moments. So there could be some type of heartache and loss or separation of anything. It could be a relationship, a friendship, a job, a situation. And Spirit is saying, don't look at it as a negative. Look at it as a way to kind of move yourself in a different direction or push forward in a different direction. And then it says, anything that happens that's negative, just know you can get through it. Because your next card is hope. So keep hope alive. Don't let hope fail. Even though it seems negative, it might actually be pushing you in a better direction or pushing you where you never expected to go. So for example, let's say you get fired from your job and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe this. Well, guess what? Maybe an even better job comes in, or a job that maybe is less money, but you love the job. And you're like, you know what? I really love what I do now, even though it's a little bit less money. Maybe it's opposite. Maybe you get a job that you're like, oh my God, now this is more money. So the job I thought I loved and the job that I never expected to leave, they fired me. But guess what? I get a better job making more money. Or maybe it's like with a friendship breakdown, a friend, there's a breakdown in the relationship, you guys don't be friends anymore, but then you realize, you know what? I was spending so much time in this person's drama that it was taking away from all of the good things I have going on. So some type of wish fulfillment or something that you're working towards is going to kind of like manifest and come true for you but there could be some type of negative or like unfavorable situation that happens first. So if you heartache and loss, if there's something that goes wrong, if you lose something or someone, just know that it's not meant to be punishment. It's probably meant to kind of move you forward in a different direction, or to move you forward, like I said, in a different direction. And then once you get moving into that new direction, some good things come in for you that you probably didn't even realize this had to happen for that to go that way. You know, maybe you were working really hard at stacking money, and now the car that you just put all the money into breaks down or gets crashed. But guess what? The insurance company calls you and says, you know what? That car is even worth more even money. So here, now you have more money. Go get you a better car. So what you thought was something crazy, sad, or punishment turned out to be a good situation. So I guess that's where I'm going with this. So Libra, what else do you have for the rest of February? Live in the present. See? So it's just saying, like, if something does come up, if there's some type of heartache and loss, or maybe you're just reminiscing about some type of heartache or loss. Maybe you start thinking about passed on loved ones, or a relationship that broke up. Spirit is saying, listen, live in the present. You can't go back and change the past. You're not going to be able to fix it. Stop feeling guilty. Stop feeling sorrowful. There's nothing you can do. The past is the past. Also, you can't control the future. So live in the present. Figure out what works for you now. Focus on what's going on now. Celebrate what's going on now in your life, so that if something bad has happened or something negative did happen or does happen during the month of February, don't focus too much on the past and what could have been or should have been or what was. Stay in the present, because something brighter is coming for your future. So that's what I have for Libra.